Broadcasting live from the Business RadioX studios in Atlanta, Georgia, it's time for Atlanta Business Radio. Brought to you by OnPay, Atlanta's new standard in payroll. Now, here's your host.
Lee Cantor here, another episode of Atlanta Business Radio, and this is a special edition GSU ENI Radio episode where we are spotlighting some of the folks going through the Main Street Entrepreneurship Seed Fund program, and today's guest is Paige Malcolm with SkinCentric. Welcome, Paige.
Hi, Lee. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I'm so excited to learn what you're up to. Tell us about SkinCentric.
Yeah, so SkinCentric is a beauty tech startup that's focused on sustainability, education, and usability for our customers. And we're currently developing a skincare device that you can use to store all of your skincare products while reducing plastic waste and just getting more education about your skincare routine and helping you to develop a better skincare routine.
So is your background in cosmetics or is it in technology? Where does your expertise lie?
Yeah, so both. I am in college as a computer science major, and I have been in college since fall of 2021 for computer science. And I've always been in the beauty industry ever since I was in high school. So at 16, I became a hairstylist and I was doing hair up until about fall of last year. Not necessarily cosmetics, but definitely in the beauty industry.
So what was the genesis of the idea? When did you realize that there was a problem that you could solve?
Yes. So as someone who has always had an entrepreneurial spirit and was always, basically looking for problems, earlier this year, I joined the L'Oreal Brainstorm competition, and they basically set the guideline for us. They wanted us to come up with an idea that was sustainable, innovative, and that was tech-centered. And so when I heard that, the first thing that came to my mind was a device that you can use to store all of your skincare products, because I know that's something that I would use. And I just feel like, that's really important. And it was really important to L'Oreal's mission as well. So that's where the idea came from. And, we didn't make the L'Oreal Brainstorm competition. So we just decided, me and my team and we decided to just continue pursuing this business.
So if people aren't using your device, what are they doing instead?
Yeah, so a lot of people who would like to reduce their plastic waste, they're opting for glass products, but there's not a lot of that on the market, or they probably make their own skincare at home naturally. And then for education, I know YouTube is a big thing. That's what I used to watch growing up. So a lot of people probably get their skincare from YouTube or friends and family. TikTok is a big thing right now. So definitely using social media to get that information.
So they're getting the information and they're kind of making their own stuff. And then this is a place where they can put all the stuff in one place that when they finish it up, then they can just add more to it in the same container. So you don't have that waste in the plastics. Yeah.
So the idea here is that they can keep purchasing from the beauty retailers that they already use. And we aim to partner with a lot of big beauty brands. So they can, keep the same companies that they shop with, just go through us as a third party. And of course, there's different packaging, no plastic use. And then they can order the products from us and, put them in the machine. Yes, when they finish using them, they're able to refill the same container with that product or something different if they want, and then, put it in the machine again and reuse it.
So have you been talking to any of the larger manufacturers? Is this something they're interested in?
Yes. So one of my mentors through the Main Street program is actually the vice president of finance at Charlotte Tilbury, which is a very big makeup brand. And she was very interested in our business, but we have not been doing a lot of customer discovery with businesses. We've more so been talking to our end customers, but we do plan to do more customer discovery on the business side to see if it's something that they're interested in.
So, was it difficult for you to build your team?
So it kind of came naturally in the beginning when we were going through the L'Oreal brainstorm. We met online and we just started working, and my team consists of two other people. We were working for like 4 months. But since then, like a lot has changed, and my team now is comprised of friends and family who have like expertise in engineering, particularly. So everything pretty much came naturally. So no, it wasn't hard.
So any advice for other founders out there on building a team? What are some of the things that you look for in a team member, and what are some of the maybe red flags that you don't want them to have?
Yeah, so when looking for a team member, I would say make sure that you guys have the same viewpoints on work and, how things need to get done, because that's like one of the fundamental issues I found with co-founder or just, partnership relationships, is that if you guys aren't on the same page about certain things, then it just won't work out, especially in the long term. So just make sure that there's an agreement about how things will get done, what are your work styles, and find someone that has like complementary like skill sets to what you bring to the table. So if you're in technology and you're in engineering, you might want to find someone who's in sales, so that you guys can bring both of those skill sets to the table, instead of, you finding another technical person and then having to like fill the gaps in, elsewhere with, those other requirements. And I would say as far as like red flags is honestly, like the person's work ethic. That's the biggest thing for me. Having gone through like a co-founder situation myself recently, I would definitely say make sure that you guys have like an agreement about work styles and how things will get done.
Right. There's a lot of people out there that like to be an entrepreneur, but they don't realize the amount of work and effort it takes to really be successful in this.
Yes. Yeah. It's very like, it sounds good on paper, but when you're actually in it and you see how hard things are, how long it'll take to create something, it can be very like discouraging to a lot of people. I agree. And
it's one of those things where there's no people to delegate to. You have to do the work. At some point, the work has to be done. And if your team is small, it's going to be one of you. There's no other person.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, what has been your favorite part about being part of the Main Street program?
Yeah, so my favorite part has honestly been meeting so many other entrepreneurs and founders. During our meetings, our workshops, I feel like we never get enough time to talk to each other. So yesterday we just had a session just for the founders, like a roundtable session where we all just spoke about our businesses and just exchanged information and, just really got to know more about each other. So that's my favorite part so far. And then of course the mentorship from MK, from our mentors, from different companies, and, Erica, Risha, like they're just all doing an amazing job to help the founders.
Now, what has been maybe the most challenging part of the experience so far? Maybe something you didn't anticipate when you got into the program?
Yeah, honestly, I would never anticipate going through this program and so early on having a co-founder like breakup. And that kind of it didn't like destroy my motivation, but for like a week or two, I was just really not focused on my business, but focused on that situation in particular. And I am really grateful, because like everyone at Main Street was supportive and just giving me like words of advice and like encouragement. So that really helped me through like that tough time that I was dealing with a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of entrepreneurs suffer with. They think that they have to do everything themselves and they have to do this alone. But when you're part of a community like you are, it's really helpful to have other people that are kind of, they're not doing the exact same thing, but they're doing something similar, and to have their, advice or their lessons, it really does help.
Yeah, a lot.
So what do you need more of? How can we help you?
Yeah, so I would say I just need more like advice and, support. Honestly, you can never go wrong with just having, like a team of people or just like a community that's behind you and that's there to support you. I would say that that's like the biggest thing for me.
Do you have a place if people want to connect with you? Is there a website where they can maybe get on a wait list or kind of learn about what's going on in the business?
Yeah, so our website will be active at the end of August, and the URL is skincentric.us, so www.skincentric.us, and our Instagram is SkinCentric Co. Our Twitter is the same thing, and we also have LinkedIn, that's SkinCentric, and then our TikTok is SkinCentric Co. as well.
Good stuff. Well, congratulations on all the momentum, Paige. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun and doing a lot of good work.
Yes, for sure. It is a lot of fun.
Well, thank you for sharing your story. What you're doing is important. What you're doing is hard, and persevering and learning like you are is going to help you no matter how this plays out in the long run.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really look forward to just, seeing what the future holds. And I feel like there's so much like value that SkinCentric can add, even if we, have to make changes in the future to anything.
Sure. Well, I think what you're doing in terms of sustainability, and you're saying there's other ways to do this, that we've been doing packaging in a certain way and selling in a certain way, and maybe there's another way to do this. It's a great idea.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. This is Lee Cantor. We will see you all next time on GSU ENI Radio.